All right, so today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about water and water filtration. So when you're in a survival situation in the wilderness, you follow what is called the sacred order. And that's something we'll probably do a whole episode on at one point. But the sacred order is this. It's shelter, water, fire, and food. And in a true survival situation, that is always how you prioritize, because the first thing you are most likely to die of in the wilderness is exposure, which is why shelter comes first. That surprises a lot of people. But barring a survival experience like that, water is a huge necessity because everyone needs it. So we're gonna go through and talk about a couple things that I've got in my go bag or camping pack or anything like that. These are the water accessories that I carry with me. All right, so we've got a couple different options in here, and I'll talk through some of the pros and cons of each one. So the first one, a lot of you probably know, this is a Sawyer filter. And here I have a collapsible water container. Now this one is only 1 liter. I recommend you probably get something a little bit bigger, like a 2 liter, but you can see that this rolls out. Now the biggest thing with water filtration is to never mix your clean containers and your dirty containers. You gotta keep those straight at all times or you're gonna be effed. So, this is a dirty container, so I can fill this from a stream. Now, what I really like about this setup is that I bought a lot of accessories from Hydro Pack. They're not a sponsor of this video, I just think they make great products. And I'll throw some links down below for you guys if you're interested in using the same system. But anyhow, so you've got this 1 liter that you can fill up from a stream or some natural water source that you find. You've got a plug and play cap here that's got this cover you can pull out. And then this accessory from Hydro Pack that goes on the Sawyer, it just plugs straight in like that. I'm gonna do a little water purification ASMR, just listen for it. Ah, yes, that's perfect.
So satisfying.
Once you've got this full, you plug in your Sawyer and you squeeze, as the Sawyer squeeze is named for, and you can fill a clean water container with that to then drink it safely. Now, you always want to make sure with your Sawyers that you're back flushing them. So afterwards, you'll take some of that clean water and you'll run it through the front here until you get some coming out the back. Now, a lot of people use Sawyer who are into camping or hiking. But one of the big cons or the complaints that I see a lot of people talk about with Sawyers is that there's a rubber gasket in the back here that if you lose it, you're screwed. So one of the reasons why I really like this Hydro Pack adapter here is because this is in tight on the back of the Sawyer filter and it keeps that gasket in there and secure and safe. So there's no chance that that's gonna fall out and leave me with a water filter that's not gonna be safe to use anymore because you're getting that dirty water mixing in with your clean. The next solution we have, these are iodine purification tablets. Now, one of the pros to using your purification tablets is that if you don't have separate dirty and clean containers, you only have maybe like an empty water bottle with you, you can still use that, and that's gonna work just fine. The caveat with these is that you wanna wait and give some time for that chemical reaction and that purification to take place. These don't work instantaneously, and the colder it is, the longer that's going to take. You don't want to fill up your water, throw your tablets in, you close up the bottle, wait, open it up, and drink it. That's how you get dysentery, because you've got all of that dirty water from when you were filling that bottle. It's still all in the threading and all over the mouthpiece where you're gonna be drinking. So what you wanna do is, if this was your water bottle, you turn it upside down, and you're gonna wanna wait until the process is at least halfway through of purification here. And you're gonna just unscrew that cap just enough and pull it back just so the little water comes out. You just wanna flush that system a little bit, get some of that clean, fresh water from inside the bottle to just kind of purify through, and then close it back up and wait. those are 2 water solutions. And then the third one that I have, this one seems a bit more unconventional because it's not for the wilderness. This is a bit more geared towards urban survival. This is a Silcott key. And so what this is good for is getting water off of commercial buildings. And so Silcott keys are used just for access panels for water, for spigots off the back of businesses and industrial buildings. I walked around the downtown close to where I live, and I took a couple pictures that I'm gonna pop up now just to show you guys what these look like, because there's a couple different looks to these. But if you know what you're looking for, it's an easy way to get water if you're near buildings. Now, another consideration with water filtration is going to be the scenario in which you're collecting water. If you're in more of a survival scenario where you don't want to be detected, you have to realize that the longer you spend at a source of water, the worse it is, because the more likely it is you're going to run into someone. You can sneak down to a water source, just grab your dirty water and get out of there. You can always filter it at a different and safe location. So those are just a couple tools that I have in my pack for water purification, so that I know no matter what I come across, whether I'm out in the wilderness or I'm close to a city, I have all the things that I need to make sure that I can get fresh and clean water for myself and the people around me.